can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me in a voice so sweet, I thought I heard the shuffle of angels feet. He called my name and my heart stood still when he said, John, go do my will. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Throw you a rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But as sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter.
We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers. Because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead. Thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. If you patriots out there kicking ass, taking names, welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Listen here, this is the last night show of 2025. Merry New Year to you and yours, and I hope you guys are going to be ringing in 2026 fantastically. It's going to be action-packed. We're just getting started. Hey, give us a roll call. Let us know where you're watching from. By the way, I sent Warren the link, so Warren is supposed to be still coming on tonight, to my understanding on that. So, Alabama, right? Georgia in the house. Go Dogs, especially tomorrow. They be playing some Ole Miss. Yeah, and there's Mississippi, of course. Hello. It's going to be a good game. Utah in the house. What's up, Connecticut? Louisiana, Newport, Kentucky. Hello. England in the house. Surrey's in the house. Australia is in the house. Massachusetts in the house. What up? Good stuff, folks. Well, let's get on over to where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right, to News.com, folks. We are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Hey, don't forget, folks, help us out. We're going into a new year. Our prayers that things will obviously change in terms of being able to get the kind of support we need. We need your help more than ever. Please help us out with our server storage. Hit donate now, and I'll go through the details. You can either set up as a one-time donation, or if you want to do a monthly donation to PPN, where you're getting the truth and you're not being lied to. We would really appreciate your help. Also, folks, don't forget, we got our own social media platform, and I'm going to just give you the disclaimer up front. It's not for everyone. Honestly, a lot of folks can't handle the truth. They think they know the truth, but they really don't. When you get behind these doors of Patriot Shoot, you're going to know the truth. You might want to grab a box of Kleenexes. You might be crying. You might want to get anger support because you're going to be very angry and mad in the beginning, just like we all were during our awakening. Or you're going to be like, I'm ready to help in any way possible to save those babies. That's why we got started in this, right? Yeah. Let this year be a new year. Let this year be the year that not only does the world change, but your life changes for the better. Can I get an amen on that? We need it. A lot of folks out there need it. And they don't need hopium. They need real facts. They need reality to kick in. And gosh darn it, people need support. And people don't need to be paying their taxes. Oops, I say that out loud. They got their taxes up there in Minnesota. Go get it, boys. Okay? It's already our hard-earned money gone out the window. If you're not upset and mad, then your wood might be wet. Also, on Patriot Shoot, you're going to get access to our voice chat platform, State Talk, Talk Time. You're going to get access to our state groups where you know in your backyard what's going on. See, it all starts in your backyard, ladies and gentlemen. You need to understand that. We're growing by thousands, and we're going to keep on doing it. We're going to keep on organizing, and we've got some incredible things lined up for humanitarian projects throughout the United States right now. In State Talk, I know they're discussing it. You can go to our website or go to our platform, thepatriotpartynews.com. You can click on Patriot Shoot here, or you can just go to join.patriotshoot.com. And you'll see it periodically throughout the show. Also, folks, don't forget our other partners. We got a couple of others that are incredible here. Q Streaming, or Q Broadcast, more or less. Use the PPN network.qbroadcast.com. The QR code's here if you want to go ahead and scan that. We should hopefully be up there momentarily on the channel itself. You can also check out LT360, the Hill products here. Discount code is PPN. I would highly recommend that. Cardio Miracle, amazing. You get 15% off if you use PPN. And then 100's Blend Coffee, amazing. I'm going to tell you, Java's my personal favorite. I mix it actually with the black powder, which is awesome. This is American-made, incredible quality coffee. Also, not to mention, they think the way we do, and they're veteran-owned. So let's support our veterans, which is pretty cool. Same thing with all of our veterans, all of our partners, pretty much, where we get the best of the best of the best. We don't just throw stuff up there. We want things that are going to help folks, benefit folks. This is no different. The Roots brand, incredible. You need to get you some clean slate to get rid of that graphene oxide that's in your body from what they are putting in our foods, what they're putting in the flu shot, what they're putting in the air. They're putting it in everything, ladies and gentlemen. And I hate to break the news to you. All of you got it, including me. That's why we need to be taking it so it cleans out I was a poet and didn't know it. And Patriot Mobile, hey, everyone uses a freaking cell phone. Why not put your money toward a Patriot-owned Christian company versus the cabal? If you use PPN, you get free activation. It's pretty freaking cool. You might want to go check it out. And of course, we got our awesomest PPNers on our PPN chat here on the site. Say hello. Hello. And then also you got Tube Broadcast here. Listen, Tube Broadcast is our sponsor of our show. And not only that, but they also have a way for you to sign up for free. Just go there, sign up for free. Pretty simple. So it's going to be pretty cool how this is going to be the future where you're going to be able to get the truth. It's absolutely amazing. Again, you can sign up for free. Just go to tubepatriot.com. Warren just sent me a text and he's finally able to come through. So hopefully he'll be coming on momentarily. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started, get this party started and rock and roll. We got a lot of things going on, but we'll just touch on it and just go on through it here. Let's see here. Something that is pretty wild that's happening right now in Dallas. If you haven't seen this, Dallas County's GOP plan to hand count ballots in the primary election sunk by personnel logistics issues, the chair says. Dallas County's GOP's plan to hand count thousands of ballots for the March primary election has been sunk by personal logistics issues, the party chair said. They're saying that the Republican Party's plan to hand count thousands of ballots for the March primary election has been sunk by lack of personnel logistic issues. And this is what Dallas County GOP Chair Alan West announced in a statement yesterday. West said in a statement that the county was woefully short of staffing required for the hand count effort. Realize this, before I even go any further, that unfortunately, this is the kind of games they're playing where there's not enough personnel and they're having to use machines. Understand, we all want paper ballots. They're doing everything they can to prohibit that because it also prohibits a majority of the cheating as well. That's some things that are happening there. Also, folks, Nurse to Recover brought this over to me from what's going over in the UK. Andrew Bigden here. The question now is, did British intelligence try to assassinate President Putin during the peace negotiations? U.S. intelligence points that finder at the MI6, which is like our CIA, but it's the UK version. As we know, the UK establishment are desperate for a war with Russia and to derail the U.S.-Russia-Ukraine peace deal, and more will emerge on this. And this is former CIA analyst Larry Johnson reveals bombshell possibly about the 91 drones attacked Putin's residence. Did you hear this? Do you know about this? Holy crap. It's wild, isn't it? Warren Buffett steps down as Berkshire Hathaway CEO after 6 decades. 6 decades. I think Warren's having some technical difficulties. Devices are not connected, Warren, if you can hear me. Anyway, so they're saying that Greg Abel faces the challenge of taking over Berkshire Hathaway from the legendary Warren Buffett later this week. Big moves. That's big moves that are happening right now. Explosives have been reported at the Space Force facility. Boy, it seems like it's all coming down, isn't it? Woo, boy. Oh, Lordy, would you look at that? So emergency officials raced to a Space Force base in Aurora, Colorado, on a report of possible explosives at a garage facility. but thankfully none were found. The incident unfolded on Monday around 10:25 a.m. when local officials received a call about suspicious materials at a facility on the Buckley Space Force Base, prompting authorities to set up about 1,000 foot circle around the large building and shutting down adjacent streets for a investigation. So we'll see about that. There you are. What's up, Warren?
I can't tell you what's wrong with my computer, but it starts at about 7:30 every freaking day, and it sucks. And it's just slow. I don't understand.
We're here now. It's all good, brother. It'll work itself out. One either will or won't, right?
Yep.
Man, just going through a couple of things. Hey, there is something I want to show you. I know you were trying to get in when I was showing this, but I know that you guys on tap with PPN, you guys cover a lot of stuff with ballots, especially paper ballots, wanting paper ballots. What's your thoughts on what's going down in Dallas and Dallas County right now with the GOP's plan, talking about hand count ballots? They can't do it because they don't have the personnel.
Well, it's been a long time. They were kind of one of the first ones that have really bit and gone seriously hardcore at it. I don't know that right there. I have not seen that. Now, there's another one right down the road in another county, and they have just now started doing it. What's going on is they're going around,
but they're saying they don't have the personnel to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Lying.
Okay. Well, this is where it's coming out right now, the GOP. And this is GOP chair Alan West announced in a statement on Tuesday.
So you've got America First, you've got Democrats, you've got rhinos, you've got the GOP, who is not helping in any way. In fact, they work harder against, let's say, America First candidates than anybody, to tell you the truth. So doesn't surprise me, but we can get it. There's a lot of good folks in that area, and they've done a lot of good work, even down to training how to do it. And we had about a month ago, we had a training session on how to count the votes, how it all would work on ballots. And they had 13 to 15-year-old children doing it just as fast as the grown-ups. And they've already practiced it all. They've got the people. I don't understand what that is, but I'll make a call and ask for sure.
Yeah, I think that's very important to find out why our own GOP Republican Party in Dallas, Texas is lying. And now they're putting it in the Texas Tribune, and they've been putting ads out to trying to get some type of manpower, and they're not getting it.
Just so you know, yeah, the GOP is not necessarily our people anymore.
I know. That's what sucks, because it causes so much confusion. And because of the GOP being in charge like that, it makes your job and several others' jobs extremely hard in being able to do this. That's why we got to figure out to crack the code on this, of them lying and doing this and not allowing paper ballots in. Because at the bottom of this, they're talking about where they're starting to have a contract with electronic voting, of course. Same thing over and over and over again, you know?
Yeah. So what we're expecting, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but pretty much Trump has said it's going to happen, that we're waiting. We're not waiting. We're practicing every day. We've got people in every state that are working hard at it. In fact, we talk to them on a regular basis on Friday mornings. But what it amounts to is that it's the GOP is just not our they work, and I mean hard, because they are up there and they're doing the same thing as all the Democrats, as everybody. They're as embedded in all of the bonds, all of the running money, all of that stuff as much as anybody. And so we're waiting on a national emergency, and we're waiting on a executive order concerning elections that says you have to do hand count ballots.
This is I didn't know who Alan West was, but as soon as I pulled him up, I instantly recognized him. He's the one that made the statement. He's been around the block for a good little bit. Is this one of the rhinos you're speaking of? Do you think he's a rhino because of he's coming out saying that? And I have no clue. I'm asking.
Yeah, I can't say that necessarily because I don't know of this, but I will definitely find out. And what it amounts to is, just so everybody knows, there's going to be people that you look at and you say, oh man, they're good. Oh, they're good. They've done great. And they're going to be as nasty as they come. And there's going to be people that you say, oh my goodness, they're nasty. They're funky. And they're going to be good, because what has happened is we have infiltrated them and they have infiltrated us on from the top to the bottom.
What's your thoughts on 91 drones attacking Vladimir Putin's personal residence? Is that crazy?
That's fixing to stir some things up, isn't it? When did that happen?
So they're saying that this happened in the last 24 hours. Putin escaped his home. They're saying the question is now is, why did British intelligence try to assassinate President Putin during the peace negotiations? U.S. analysts points to finder of MI6, and as we know, the UK establishment are desperate for a war with Russia and are trying to derail the U.S.-Russia-Ukraine peace deal. And more will emerge from this, but they're saying former CIA analyst Larry Johnson reveals a bombshell possibility about the 91 drone attack on Putin's residence, and British intelligence may have acted independently with MI6's chief having Ukrainian roots. Oh boy.
Yeah, this fixing to be January 1st is going to be nuts. January is probably going to be nutty because this is what I expected in November. Tell you the truth, this something like this right here. This is what I expected, because we're going to see. NATO is a mess.
Yeah,
they're just as nasty as anybody can. They're going to try to pull Putin in, try to pull us in. It's going to look like everybody hates our guts. And just my opinion, and it's going to scare the living daylights out of folks.
Yeah,
everything will be nasty.
A lot of people have been up in arms about that post from Donald Trump. This one here is the one a lot of folks are talking about, saying we are removing the National Guard from Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland, despite the fact that crime has been greatly reduced by having these great patriots in those cities, and only by the fact Portland, Los Angeles, and Chicago were gone. If we weren't for the federal government stepping in, we will come back perhaps in a much different and stronger form when crime begins to soar again. Only a question of time. Exclamation point there. That's interesting. It is hard to believe that these Democrat mayors and governors, all of whom who are greatly incompetent, would want us to leave, especially considering the great progress that has been made. Question mark, question mark, question mark, DJT.
So a lot of people have been talking about it. Like, what are people saying?
Well, why is he removing everybody? And they're still trying to get the crime out. And then, but the post, like I read off,
why are the mayors and all of them trying to get, they've been trying to get them out forever, and didn't they have a court order, I believe?
I'm unsure about that, but I know here what he just said was that he's if there's any more issues, he's going to come back harder and a whole lot more with a whole different situation. So
yeah, and things will have changed because, remember, we're kind of waiting. We've always talked about all those riots and things. Well, Trump got in there before they could really get that started in a lot of places. He was making a presence. Well, now when he pulls them out, when he pulls National Guard out, it's going to probably start the inevitable that has always been going to happen, and that is the Insurrection Act. All right. So we're going to have to go through in these blue states and these blue counties. It's going to be like that. So we know that our Insurrection Act is pretty much it's safeguard. It's a safeguard that our founding fathers built to preserve the Union when states refuse to protect the rights of citizens or enforce federal law. You know, so under normal conditions, you know, the states take care of the people. Well, right now we've got National Guard in there acting like they're police. That's not what necessarily under regular times that is supposed to happen. That would be for a posse. So if you ever look into posse Comitatus Act, that's what a posse used to be for. Hey, everybody, you know, who's going to posse up and let's go take care of these people. But when governors and mayors abandon their duty, which is what's going to happen here, when the violence, the defiance, the political crazy acts are freaking going on, the Insurrection Act allows the president to do whatever he wants to. So when you take the Insurrection Act, when you take a national emergency, and then you also make an executive order about elections, it's crazy. Now, that's not to conquer states, but it is to restore order, protect the citizens, and to reestablish the rule of law. That's what that is for. So there's three pathways for that Insurrection Act to come out. That is, if a state...
What's already happened, Kavanaugh's already voted it in. It's just a matter of Trump doing the green light and doing it. You heard about that. This has happened like in the last couple of days. And it's just really up to Trump if he wants to go ahead and do it or not, hit the green light.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I mean, he has that choice. Everything you said, man, he has that choice to be able to do that. And I think we're all in agreement. He probably should. And maybe that's what he meant by this. And maybe that's why everybody's up in arms, or that's what's, you know, being told to me. And people are just like ready, like, hey, you know, let's do this. And it's just what you just said. You know, January's going to be crazy. This is New Year's Eve, Hoss. I mean, you got how many people are doing events here in the United States and what they're not doing around the world. You know, it's pretty wild. So there's a lot of expectations, knock on wood, that nothing will happen. But, man, it seems like we're building up to something ridiculously crazy, just like what's happening now with this whole 9/11 stuff. Have you been keeping up with that?
With what?
9/11. They're saying breaking out of New York. Mandini stuns New York by putting Ramzi Hassan, the 9/11 Al Qaeda defense lawyer, in charge as chief counsel.
Yeah, that's like mind blowing, and it could never happen, could it? Well, yeah, it did. You know.
This is crazy. Let me play this real quick. Let's see what they're saying.
I'm delighted to announce that I am naming Ramzi Hassan as chief counsel. Ramzi will be joining the administration from CUNY, where he serves as a professor of law. Government service is no novel concept for Ramzi, who served as a senior policy advisor for President Biden from 2022 to 2024 and has deep experience arguing in court, including before the Supreme Court. I will turn to Ramzi for his remarkable experience and his commitment to defending those too often abandoned by our legal system. City Hall will be stronger with him in it, and our work of building a more prosperous city for all will have a powerful advocate. My sincere hope is that New Yorkers who have long felt on the margins of this city, the homeless veteran straining to survive, the patient searching for the care that they need, an immigrant trying to get by, will feel that they now have leaders in their corner who understand their struggles and care to fight for them.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like Beirut behind me with all the fireworks going off. So if you hear all that junk going on,
Just in your neighborhood?
well, yeah, it sounds like they let off about 3 atom bombs behind me. So
Really?
yeah, oh, they're going crazy.
Yeah, I hope everybody's careful out there because this is a prime time to. I mean, there's been threats, and we've been knowing about the threats for a good bit. Is it going to happen? Who knows? But
I'll tell you who's getting threatened is Nick Shirley, the guy that was in Minnesota that exposed all the fraud. He's been posting a lot on X, talking about death threats. He's getting absolutely daily, multiple.
he's like 23 years old, too, isn't he?
Yeah, man. I hope and pray that he gets some type of security around him because he's still doing it. He's doing a great job, man. And look what's happening in Ohio. And you always said, watch Ohio. Man, it's getting crazy. And they're finding more in Ohio of the same thing than what we're hearing about in Minnesota. That's kind of crazy. But it's going to happen in every state, I'm sure.
Well, my deal with Ohio was always going to be it's probably going to, a lot of things that are found will probably tell a lot about our past there, Utah. Has to do with what are those things called? I think Mary's watching Leviathans and all this dragons and crazy big 20-foot skeletons and things. You might see some crazy stuff out of that place.
Well, in Mexico, they got some craziness going on too. A Mexican businessman, Alberto Prieto, was assassinated by the cartel for refusing to pay a protection fee. His Lamborghini was shot 200 times. And your discretion, please be advised. Here's the video. Watch this. That's kind of crazy. And then you got, what is this here? This is what his Lambo looked like.
Dang. And who was this? Do you know who this is?
Yeah, this is a Mexican businessman, Alberto Prieto. He was refused. It's like the mafia. He was refusing protection, and since he said, "No, I don't need your protection," he said, "All right," and they killed him. Right there, there was a guy that was talking to him, saying, "Hey, this is your last chance," and he's told them over and over again that he refused to do so. And they said, "If you refuse this time, we're going to kill you." And he said, "I'm refusing," and then they killed him. So there you go.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like what the government does to us.
Right. What about, isn't it terrible? You've got to make laws and stuff that, like, Governor DeSantis, he signed a law banning minors from participating in drag shows. Well, you got to even say that,
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Jesus, really? That's crazy. What's going on with these explosions that have taken place at a Space Force facility in Colorado and Bucking, Colorado? Bucking Space Force base here. Buckley, excuse me. Yeah, Buckley. Here it is. Let me pull up on the screen.
I don't know.
No, I don't either. But they're saying explosives were reported there. And this is Aurora, Colorado.
It's kind of like that place in Tennessee that blew up, and that was
out in Dixie County.
Planned scenario because of some stuff that has happened recently. Probably, that's where they would make all kind of explosives, like for movies, for all kind of stuff. And I'd say that something that has just happened recently, some things are going to lead back to that place.
Well, a lot of it too, I think, had to do with the budgets and the money laundering and things at a federal level. But man, they vaporized those folks. I mean, they've got vaped out completely.
Yeah, that was a hit.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that.
That was a big hit, because wow, yeah, that's a trip. By the way, there was a Supreme Court ruling in the Trump versus Chicago where they ruled that Trump was not allowed to send National Guard troops to Chicago to defend federal buildings. But Kavanaugh, he outlined in his opinion that Trump would be allowed to send active duty U.S. military into Chicago by the Insurrection Act. That was today that was said, supposedly.
Yeah, we'd read that about 2 days or 3 days ago. That's what I was talking about, where he's given the green light to be able for Trump to do so. I mean, he's giving it to him. It's really up to Trump on that. And I hope he does it, Warren. I really do. I really hope he.
You mean it's up to him to do the Insurrection Act?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize what you were saying. I was thinking you were saying that, hey, he can just send military on in there. It's a done deal.
Well, I mean, he has a green light to the Insurrection Act where he can go ahead and enact it and go ahead, and not only Chicago, but also California, New York, any cities whatsoever in the United States. He can be able to do that at one time, which it sounds like he's probably about to do if the governors don't play ball to that degree. So it's kind of like, hey, we're going to pull back, but guess what? We're going to come back and hit you in your mouth and go ahead and just take over and have the real deal up in there.
Yeah. Now, what'll have to happen is Trump will have to gather somewhere, and he will have to tell everybody, stand down, stop the chaos. Do not do this. Do not protest. Do not go crazy. And that'll be the final warning before the Insurrection Act. He has to do that by law. So if you see him doing that, then that says, boom, there you go. Now that's not going to be martial law. Civilian government will still reign, but military's role is just to support, but not to be supreme over. And the president's power is still bound by the Constitution. We're not talking about what's that act that I started telling everybody about 4 years ago. The president's special powers. I can't remember it. Anyways, some things will have to happen before that Insurrection Act is signed and ready to go.
You think any type of scare event is going to happen tonight? Anything that's happening here in the United States? I mean, further I know, they're still doing the New York drop the ball, right? They're still planning on doing the Nashville's got an event still, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. I think there's a possibility, put it that way. But I mean, I can't tell the future. Although we guess pretty good sometimes, but yeah, I can't tell. It's about broad as it is long.
Please look up the new law in Ohio, the Reagan totes. Okay. Insane. Check that out. You got special plans tonight for New Year's?
No, I got to work all day tomorrow.
I hear you.
That's
You
what
heading
I'll-
over? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I'll be doing.
Cool. Well, Happy New Year to you.
Merry New Year to you. Have a good one.
You too. Anything you want to leave with anybody? Anything else you'd
I
like?
think everybody knows what's going on. Everybody have a good time. Chill out and be with your families. That's what I say. Hang out, enjoy yourself. If you come back in 30 minutes, it'll all still be here. Doing the same thing. Remember the first time I ever came on? Probably one of the first things I said is, hey, by the way, you can do all this, get all the trivia and stuff. Or if you say, man, I just can't handle it right now, you come back in 3.5, 4 years, it's still going to be going on just the same way. It will just be more intense. And I'm going to stick to that.
That's right.
And everything's going to be organic. It just is.
All
Not
right,
going to
brother.
be able to necessarily guess everything. And Trump don't tell his plans. It just is what it is. Going through some rough times, and it's going to be all right. Appreciate it, man.
Amen, brother. Have a good and Merry New Year's, you would say to you. So
Same to you, bro.
all right,
See you.
man. See you, brother. Bye. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you always do. And God bless the Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, patriots. Please be safe tonight. You never know, in a couple of hours, your life's liable to change. The world is liable to change, just like that. We'll always be here. Remember, you're the chosen ones. Take care. And again, Merry New Year to you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.